was kickoff, and just as a conversation starter, by the way, who do you think is going to win the FIFA World Cup? Yeah, guys, who do you think is the favorite to win the FIFA World Cup? Personally, I have three teams, right? I'll put my money on Spain. If not Spain, France. If not France, it's going to be England. England have a very good team, surprisingly. Yeah? Hey, you guys also checking their midfield. Yeah, very, very, very strong team. Yeah, but I think France are edging it. I just think France are too strong, bro. What? Juicy Banner, was it yesterday? Olise Banner, you guys smashed a crazy hat-trick. Yeah, and then he kept on giving Mbappe some serious assists. But this guy, for some weird reason, he wasn't banging those goals. So anyway, yeah, either of those teams is going to make it to the final. Two of them will make it to the final, in fact. Let me put it like that, yeah. Probably Spain, England, Spain, France, whatever, man. We'll see. Who do you think will win the World Cup 2026, the FIFA World Cup? Hi, Asawa. Some of the things that have stood out for me so far. I'm checking over here how New York City has temporarily renamed streets after football icons Thierry Henry and Pele ahead of the FIFA World Cup. A section of West 50th Street and 6th Avenue is now Thierry Henry Way. Yeah, isn't that amazing? Yeah, well, an intersection in Queens has been named after Pele, the great Brazilian. Now, the names will remain until the 1st of November. Henry said he looks forward to visiting the street named in his honor. This move celebrates the tournament, whose final will be played at MetLife Stadium, which has now been rebranded for the World Cup. Yeah, MetLife in New York, of course. Hiya. Listen, that's good stuff. Shout out to Henry Bana. Yeah, he definitely is he's a legend. Another story: Germany's players, led by Captain Kimmich, will pay for 600 fans to travel to their final group match against Ecuador. This gesture comes after transport costs sparked outrage, with train fares from New York to MetLife Stadium jumping from $12 to as high as $150 before being reduced to $98. Yeah, $98. Shuttle buses initially cost $80 before dropping to $20. Previous World Cups in Russia and Qatar offered free fan transport. Yo, let me tell you, first of all, yeah, these guys, America, Mexico, and Canada, these guys have a job. Yeah, they have work to do. Yeah, because whatever, the standards that Qatar had in the previous World Cup, huge. I mean, check, they were transporting guys for free, right? And then we also know that this FIFA World Cup in America is just has a very corporate, exclusive vibe. Yeah, you get the feeling it's not really for the people. Everything is expensive. Yeah, many guys have failed to travel. Yeah, to America. Yeah, and listen, FIFA doesn't have to be elitist, Yanni. Yeah, whatever. Listen, another thing I have to say about America: if you guys didn't want guys to go to your country, yeah, why did you want to host this World Cup? Why? Yeah, it could have gone to Europe. I think Europe right now would have been the best for everyone, right? What else? Oh, interesting over here. This is a continuation of the conversation we had yesterday. A section of Africans led by mostly Nigerians and Ghanaians online have launched a tongue-in-cheek campaign backing Mexico against South Africa in tonight's World Cup opener. Remember, this game is going to be happening at 10 p.m. Now, the reason is obvious. Growing frustration over years of xenophobic attacks against other Africans living in South Africa. Truly, some choices have consequences. Guys, yeah, there's no way you're going to mistreat other Africans and then you think we're just going to let it slide. Yeah, but I have another story to do with immigration in South Africa. We'll talk about it this hour. Now, of course, there's been a lot of jokes and memes online. Many Africans are saying they're going to be supporting Mexico because Mexicans have shown Africans more hospitality than South Africans have. Yeah, so who are you going to be supporting? South Africa versus Mexico. Of course, to Mesema, Mexico all the way. I told you guys, 10 p.m. That's East African time. Yeah, currently Mexico, I'm seeing over here, they're ranked 15th. Hosting South Africa, who are ranked 60th at the iconic Estadio Azteca. Yes. All right. So, oh, more facts over here. Very interesting, yes. But today we're talking all things the World Cup. Yes, we will not focus on the budget because life is blur. I just know things are very hard, and it's tiresome. Okay, now, interesting facts over here. The 2026 FIFA World Cup opener between Mexico and South Africa could become one of the most watched live events ever broadcast. Yeah. Now, FIFA reportedly expects the opening match to attract More than 1.5 billion viewers worldwide, a number that would put it far ahead of the Super Bowl and alongside some of the other largest global broadcasts in history. If the projections are accurate, the opening whistle could be watched by nearly 1 in every 5 people on Earth, making it one of the largest shared live viewing moments ever recorded. Dude, I can't lie, but I mean, I'm looking forward to this tournament. But again, I just don't feel like there's so much hype, especially in the media, right? It's interesting, my boy. Shout out to Kerry. You know, alikuwa ananiambia because he's in DC right now. He's just telling me, Kevin, guys are not really talking about the World Cup in America. You know, it doesn't have that hype, right? Hiya, another fact. Winning a World Cup. Did you know that winning a World Cup is one of the hardest achievements in sports? Yeah, since the tournament began in 1930, dozens of nations have competed for football's biggest prize, but only 8 countries have ever lifted the trophy. Unaweza guess ni wagani yao? Of course, you have to say Brazil. So, Brazil leads the way with 5 titles, followed by Germany and Italy with 4 each. Argentina, France, Uruguay, England, and Spain complete one of the most exclusive clubs in sports history. Every 4 years, remember, for some of y'all that do not understand how the FIFA World Cup goes down, how often it's actually played. Yeah, now, every 4 years, new contenders emerge. Yet, after nearly a century of competition, the list of champions remains remarkably short. Yeah, but this time around, it's probably going to be one of these. Yeah, I won't be surprised if Argentina watafika hapo, because remember Argentina won the previous World Cup after chapping France in the final in a cracker of a final, bro. And I just know Mbappe. You know Mbappe. He's a big game player, big tournament player. So we're expecting. By the way, okay, aside from Mbappe, yeah, because I think Mbappe is going to shine, man. Even Yamal, yeah. I don't know about Ronaldo and Messi. Ronaldo, okay, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So who do you think is going to be? Who's your favorite player this tournament? Who do you think is going to surprise folks? Which team, in fact, which other team do you think will surprise guys in the World Cup? What's your African team, by the way? Mimi yangu ni Senegal. What about yours, yeah? All right, that's pretty much what's happening when it comes to Matara's World Cup. Remember, the game kicks off South Africa and Mexico at exactly 10 p.m. tonight. Now, is it Kalonzo Sifuna ama Sifuna Kalonzo? I've seen this conversation online. Guys, what's the situation? Because apparently this is what Gachagua now is working on. Yeah, the Gachagua N team, the United Opposition. They want to settle on a candidate. Yeah, somebody who's gonna represent them on the ballot. So, what's the situation? I'm seeing guys are saying it's going to be Kalonzo Sifuna. Other guys are saying apana inafa kukua Sifuna enka. Sifuna presidential. Yeah, alafu Kalonzo DP. Yeah? What are your thoughts? Keisha Cole, Missy Elliott, and Biggie. Let It Go. It's the remix.